So I made that short video, and then I realized there are a lot of people who like to shit on homeless people. So for context, I am addressing how the rescue mission in Yuma, Arizona, which is the only fucking shelter that's here, has a certification of homelessness for their clients to fill out, and uses very dehumanizing language in their rules. But the rule that I'm talking about for the most part right now is the rule that says that cell phone usage is a privilege and should be used sparingly, and phones should always be on silent. The reason why we have the ACP program is because George Bush identified communication as a basic human need. And cell phone access became a basic thing in our daily functions, along with internet access. Cell phone access and internet access are forms of communication, and communication is a need. For them to feel like it is so placed upon themselves to call communication and access to other humans and the outside world a privilege is beyond fucked up. Like, I would love for somebody to try to explain to me how that's not dehumanizing, so I could just completely tear down whatever they have to say. Because there's no privilege in needing to communicate with other people to get your needs met and get your wants met and just basically be a functional human being, because human beings are social creatures. The intake process is also very unnecessarily lengthy. I had to fill out the same paper 3 times verifying my health. Oh. They also have the same paper 3 times for people's health conditions. And they had the same 3 papers to verify that I don't have income. And it's also that stupid, stupid isn't even a word for it. That's very much downplaying, certification of homelessness. Is degrading a word for that? I would love a word for that, because the word I have for it is inhumane and fucked up, because we know shit like that is branding language. When you get I have certifications. I can drive, I can operate heavy equipment vehicles. I have a certification for that. Albeit expired by now, probably. It's still a thing that exists in my human experience. And I've also done workshops where I get a certification of completion, or certificate of completion for those workshops. So I know what that word means before I get here, for them to say certification of homelessness. That is so fucked up. Just tell me you're available to exploit me and beat me down and dehumanize me right to my face. Please and thank you. It was super early in the morning to do all that shit and be asked all those questions, and I was just fucking flabbergasted, honestly. And then other clients definitely have grievances, but since this is the only shelter in town, a lot of them are afraid to speak out for fear of retaliation. Because if they kick you out of there, you have nowhere else to go. And some people are there because they have other stuff going on. And if they get kicked out, it's not going to be a huge loss to them. And some people need to be there just because it's the only place to go. So they get away with that kind of shit. And every community deserves better than that. First of all, there should be no shelter or otherwise unhoused resource monopoly. That, I'm talking about the rescue mission in Yuma, by the way. I didn't set up the full context. It's very early to be doing this. but I have to do it now because it's fresh. Like, that was just horrible. And another thing that I had was about the dehumanizing language of the rules. Even though some of the rules make sense, it's just basic fare. It's like, bitch, you didn't have to say it like that. You didn't have to say it like your goal is to tell me how shit I am for societies and our economic systemic failure of falling through the cracks of being homeless. And I am going to post the ones that I got a copy of. It's 3 pages, one with my signature. I didn't get the page with my signature, but I got the other 2 pages. And I think it's definitely one of the pages without my signature that has that cell phone thing that I'm talking about on it. I'm pausing a lot because there's sirens and stuff. I think I'm going to wrap this one up, but there's definitely going to be more to come as I go through the rest of my experiences here. And these videos will probably come out after I'm gone, not for fear of retaliation, but like, I don't want to be in the place that I'm actively complaining about, so someone might try to find me with dubious intentions. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Make rapists and racists afraid again, and have a good 2023.